What's up, guys? Welcome back to another weekly video for the week of April 18, 2022. This week seemed to be slow on the economic calendar, but we do, however, have a lot of speeches from the Fed. We're going to have like Bullard, which is very bearish. Fed Evans, I'm not know much about. But we also have Powell on Thursday here. He does at 3 and 5 p.m., which I'm not sure why, but we do have him speaking. So definitely, I believe that will move the market unless he doesn't say anything. But I think that's something to watch for. The housing start permit, existing home sale, I don't think it's going to move the market that much, but we will see. And then the next thing, big thing, I believe, is the earning. We have a lot of earning here. Bang, defense, energy, and then we have two big tech, I believe, Netflix and Tesla is gonna be reporting the earning, and we will look at it in the chart section. Okay, so at this point, I mean, the uncertainty are still the same. Basically, we don't have much different. The Fed, I mean, at this point, the people, I'm not sure, they still believe the Fed is bluffing after the CPI and the PPI. I mean, the market did move down last week, but not significantly. So I guess at this point, they are still waiting. But at this point, the bond yield for the 10-year is not saying that, though. It's like, is screaming, is basically screaming something here, like there's a diversion at this point. So it's moved, the yield go up so really high. It's just spiking right now. So I think that's an indication for increased rate, definitely, at this point. And then the second thing is Putin. Over the weekend, I believe, like maybe on the Friday, they sank that ship, that Moscow ship, and that I think is a big blow to Putin. And he has been retaliating, right? And then now he came out threaten other like the NATO for sending weapons to the US, because I guess he assuming like is the US testing weapon that sink that ship, not the Ukraine weapon. So I'm assuming, at this point, but I mean it's possible. So I mean that's a huge escalation there. So I think that might move the market, to be honest, and that gonna like supply chain, energy, oil, and all that stuff. So that definitely gonna be a huge problem here. I don't think this thing. I'm afraid it's gonna go getting worse here. It's not over, and it's not gonna over anytime soon. But it's gonna be escalating, and I'm afraid. Um, Third thing, China. I mean, right now at this point, I'm not sure what the hell is happening in China. But with the COVID thing all getting out of control, assumingly, I'm not sure. But we don't know much about what's going on over there. But at this point, I mean, China is, I guess, as out of the limelight right now and deal with their own problems. So that's good. But it still is, I believe, if this shit drag on and they close all the city, that might gonna interfere with the, the economy, the global economy. And then inflation, is it peaking? I'm not sure. I mean, at this point, the number might be peaking, but the prices, are they going to be peaking? Because I went out this weekend. Wow. They've been sneaky. They charge me freaking credit card fee now. What? Bullshit, But so right now, at this point, I mean, demand destruction, I will not come back to that place again after that shit, but that sneaky shit that they pull on me. But anyway, like I say, inflation is here to stay. I mean, the CPI, which is the CPI at this point, it doesn't reflect jack shit. But at this point, that what we base it on, the Fed base it on that shit. But the pricing, actually, what you pay for, that shit ain't gonna go down. So that's one thing I see. And COVID, I mean, mutation is a possibility. I heard there's a new strain that's coming out. I'm not sure how potent that is, but for now, I guess we are under control in this country because we are mostly vaccinated. So hopefully that will be that way. And I'm kind of afraid. I might start to wear masks again. We'll see. And then I guess at this point, what will move the market next week? I think the Fed is probably most likely, and then Putin, if depend how much escalation he will get. Anyway, so that's my thesis for this week, and then I think we might probably gonna move down. So let's take a look at the SPY, right? So at this point, we did the past 4 days right here, we were just moving in this range. So this could be moved up or could be moved down, but we look at that, we below the 20 days and the 200 days right now. So I mean, that could be resistant if we do move back up, and then we also have a new downtrend line right here as a resistance. So at this point, it looked like we're gonna go into some kind of like freaking diamond shape here, or maybe just, I mean, if we go this way, if we break above this, it's a inverse head and shoulder, right? So left shoulder, head, and right shoulder if we do move back up. So at this point, if that happened, at this point I don't see any catalyst yet and let some earning come out, because I was thinking the bank earning gonna do it last week, but the bank didn't do well at all. So at this point, what else will do? So I don't see it. I see more problem ahead than good catalyst. So at this point, I believe we might testing this low right here, and like this uptrend line. So this is where I believe we might continue going down. If we have some hawkish Fed problem and then Putin escalation, I think that's going to move down. At this point, I don't know if we're going to have any good news. Putin not going to back down. There's no treaty for that shit. That's not right now. So there's no good news on that. I don't see any other good news besides earning, or maybe Elon Musk come out buy another company. I mean, that's a possibility. He did went out and bought 9% of Twitter, and it did move the market that day. He might come out and buy a lithium battery company. Don't know. Maybe. He was saying that a week ago. I mean, that's a possible out of the thing catalyst, but at this point, I believe the market will continue to move down here and test this level, this uptrend line, and this sideways level here. This minor support, but I think combined with the uptrend line, I think this could be something strong, unless we have very hawkish tone from the Fed or something Putin, and we might break even go down here, which is going to be bad. I think the minute we go all the way down here, I think that the inverse head and shoulder would be outside the picture. Definitely. Most likely we will hit to 420 here. I mean, that's a huge problem. I mean, we're going to bounce. I think if we do move down here, we're probably going to bounce up, and then we're going to go down again. But this time the bounce not going to be as strong as this bounce. So just so you know, I mean, right now at this point, I see more bearish shit than bullish right now. Okay, so that's what the SPY I see. The Nasdaq actually is kind of weak compared to SPY. It's moving down here, but I mean it's still the invert head and shoulder still held at this point. But I mean, if the interest rate go up, tech gonna get hit. I mean, that's the first thing. I mean, right now the big tech are holding up the QQQ at this point, And let me see the Dow Jones. I think the Dow Jones is the strongest here. It hasn't pulled back that much, and then it's going sideways here. Like the whole week, it's been going make this kind of like flat, as I could say, I guess. So I mean, possibly if anything could move, I think the Dow Jones is the one that's gonna move up more. But we'll see. We don't know, And the IWM, man, this thing is not doing anything good right here. It's moved back right down here. I mean, it was a little bit stronger than the other market during the weekdays last week. But at this point, I mean, it's setting up right here for the breakdown. I mean, if you look at the weekly chart, that's look like, this is a bear flag right here, and then continue down. So I mean, it's probably go down to 160, which make kind of sense too, possible, or maybe a little bit lower. So 160 possibility for the projection right now. So at this point, I might gonna start some short position on IWM here. I mean, if the rate go up, this small company gonna be hurt the most, right? So the way this set up right now, it looks like it's gonna go down. And let me see, the next one we have is Dow Jones transportation. This shit doesn't help either. These are also leading indicator, right? It's breaking right now at this point. I mean, I'm not sure why, but yeah, a lot of the transportation look very similar to the chart. And look at the bounce for this right here is very bearish. This may be like 23% or less, up here, and we have all this resistance here, like the 200 days, the 50 days, the 100 day, the 20 days here. And if we do move all the way up here, which is bullish if we do, but we also have that resistant trend line here also. So I mean, the upside look kind of tough for this, but I mean the downside, man, this look big. Look, there's a big sideways break. If you look at the weekly here, it's been holding sideways since 2021, right? For nearly a year now, sideways. But this is my break. I believe it's gonna go down. So at this point right now, it's very bearish for the Dow Jones. I mean, if it's moving, if gonna move first before anything else, this might be the leading indicator. Right now, it is. I mean, it's more, it's leading more compared to the IWM. You know, so that's one thing to watch out for. And then bond here, you know, the bond price has been dropping like crazy. So this is like nearly both parabolic to the downside. So at this point, we have all this breakdown here, and this I think gonna continue like a sharp drop. So we'll see what happens, but that's gonna break something as that interest rate go up. All this small company or what company that owe a lot of money, that's gonna break. I think this is like also another indicator here. This is it's a big drop compared to the junk bond. Well, I thought the junk bond would be like at least showing more of just the strength downside, but it's actually holding up here, which is kind of weird. Okay, and then we have the dollar. The dollar is moving up too. You know, so right here, I mean, all-time high. No, not all. I think all-time high, but I mean, it's make a high here. While bond yield is also up, you know, and then gold is holding, and actually it's moving. It's making a high here right now. So you know, compared to this, it's making a high. Well, with very low volume, but it's still consolidating. But the thing is, it's bullish because you know the bond yield is up and rate is up, right? So gold should have gone down, but it's not. And then also the dollar is up, and this is not helping. So I mean, it's very bullish at this point. I mean, inflation wise, I think this is a hedge. I think longer term wise, and if you watch my gold video, you should go and watch it. I might make a link in here, whatever. But you know, like if you check the freaking like call out to September, there's 100,000 call like on open interest right now. It's crazy, but you know, that's go watch that video, okay? That's so right now it looked very bullish for the you know, for the setup right now. And then we also have silver. Silver is not as bullish, but it did break out this here, okay? So I mean, it did not make a high like a big high, but it is also a high here, and then moved down and it started curving up. So at this point, if you do the projection, I move up here, and then that's a big move up, continue. So at this point, silver is also bullish. And then oil just broke out here, like broke out at this point, not yet at 34, you know, but I mean it's moving up. And if Putin is actually going to escalate on the war, this gonna definitely will move higher. And the way this set up right now, I think it will. We'll see if when it gets to the $34 level, we will find out. But at this point right now, I think the trend is resuming, because right here it just tested and then pulled back right up, right? VIX for some reason is weird. I mean, it should have moved higher up here, but for some reason it's pulled back and it stayed down here, which is weird to me. I'm not sure why. I mean, we'll see. I guess people are not scared yet, maybe. And then we have Europe. Europe is slowly inching down here. I mean, it's probably gonna go back all the way down here. I mean, in time, I'm not sure, maybe by July or August or September. I mean, right now it's moving back down here. So at this point, and then look at the volume too, it's slightly increasing in selling. So that's kind of significant. So just so you know. And then big tech, we have Microsoft. Microsoft look kind of weak too, like it pulled back very extremely. This is like 70% at least pullback already. 75%, I think, I would say. So if big tech goes, I think the SPY will go. Look at Google, like real bad. This is a huge pullback. This is like 90% pullback. So you know, Microsoft goes, Google go, Only thing right now, Apple, I think, and Tesla are good. Like at this point, I mean, it's still held up real good up here. But if Apple goes, that's gonna be a problem. And I don't see a catalyst for this thing. To be honest, I don't. Especially with all that inflation and with the spending on buying a new Apple phone. I don't think. I mean, I don't. What innovation is there for me to buy? What incentive for me to buy a new Apple phone? To be honest, at this point, it's not. It's minor increment. I mean, nothing much. So that I will see. And then Nvidia, man, look at this. Like all this big tech is set up to go down. I mean, they are leading indicator in some way too. I mean, they might bounce at this point and move up here, and then going to make another low. So I think that is will happen. I mean, this is the forecast right now if you're watching these. Maybe not Tesla though. Tesla's set up very bullish. If it break above this, the 1050, if it make this, is very bullish. But we'll see. I mean, I don't know what the catalyst will be, but that setup look bullish to me at this point. Amazon too look decent compared to the other big tech. I mean, at this point, but still Amazon is a discussion. I mean, if they have the union, and this is also discretionary spending too. I mean, people will start cutting back, but not to the point where we see significant yet. People are feeling the price impact, but I mean, right now they're willing to shell out some right now because it's springtime. People feel good. The weather getting nice, so people don't mind wiping the credit card to spend at this point. But I think by midsummer it might be a problem. By midsummer, it's going to be a problem. Okay. And then Facebook here, I'm not sure what's going to cause Facebook to go back at this point. There's so many problems. I don't know what to say. All right, Netflix, man, look at Netflix. This setup looked bullish to me, but I don't know if it's bullish or not. I mean, this could just break down. I don't see a point right here. This gap right here, I mean, this might be a starting gap, to the beginning of a trend lower. So this, I'm not sure what kind of gap that is, but it looked like it's a gap where this could move out lower here for me. I would bet this lower. Look at this. It's moved down. It's set up. I mean, it could bounce. It's at this support channel right now. Is well, the uptrend line is supporting that right now. But I mean, we will see the earning. I mean, I'll play in the downside. I don't see an upside at this point. I would go downside if I were you. But to be honest, please make your own judgment. That wasn't an advice. Okay, I don't know jack shit. I'm just making a video to get some clout. So whatever, man. I don't know. But to me, I would go low. Go bearish. All right, for this week. And then we have the financial here. Financial is not doing well. It's moving down. I mean, most financial got shit on. I mean, they were supposed to do well, but I guess the interest rate inverse might give a problem. So I don't know. At this point, if this go, it might be a problem for the SPY. And then the healthcare sector here. I think it might topping. At this point, a temporary make a top, depend how much pull back here, and then how long it's gonna go sideways. But I don't know. I'm seeing it might be the top for the healthcare right now too. See, it's ramped up all the way here. So unless if anything is move back lower and then curve it back, and then we have the cup and handle. That's more bullish, but we'll see, man. If they pull back, I think that's a huge problem. And how much pullback they will be doing, I don't know. But that right now at this point, it doesn't look too good to me. All right. And then the utility also, this I think is kind of the projected move. Is very close to it already. So I mean, if it's move up to 78, I will definitely short the shit. I don't care. I mean, it's time. This thing just like overdone, I believe, at this point. So the projection, the move, that I would definitely short the shit. Well, that wasn't a financial advisor again. Okay, just my thought and point of view. I'm sorry. All right, and then we also have energy sector here. This might look like it's gonna go up, breakout here. So I mean, the setup look very bullish at this point. I mean, we come up here with a lot of volume here, and then we're sideways with low volume. I mean, if the the breakout would come out in a lot of volume, we definitely gonna move higher. It looks like we're gonna move higher. And then the SMH here, the SMH, man, the semiconductor, this is a foretelling sign here. It's gonna move down. Okay, so right here, whether or not we're gonna see a pull up, that might be an indicator we might have a pull up in the market, and then boom, we're gonna go down. This look very bearish to me, the way it is, especially when it moved up this high. It moved up like nearly 100% from the downtrend, right? Like 90 something percent, and now it retraced. I believe that's nearly 100%. So that is bearish. Okay, so we'll see how much the bounce is, and then I believe this shit gonna go down. All right, so let's get to the earning here. Bank America is already make the move down. I mean, at this point, I'm just gonna wait. I mean, if you were setting up for the downside, good for you. Choice swap, man. On Thursday they have an upgrade. It move up like 4 or 5%, and then Friday I'm not sure what happened here, but it went back here. Right now at this point, I mean, it's right in the middle. I would not touch this until after earning. Play the follow through like afterward earning, and look at JB Hunt here. Transportation, they all look the same. I mean, I would bet to the downside. Well, that wasn't a financial advisor, just so you know, but it looked more bearish. And then look at this, right? If you take a look at the weekly picture, they sideways, right? They sideways this sucker. That was the support, right? It broke out this, and there was support for them, and now the break under. So I don't see this moving back up right here at this point with the gas price and everything. If gas price go up more, this is gonna continue to go down. So at this point, I'll go bearish. I might set up for something bearish. We'll see. Lockheed Martin, I think it might gonna break out this week. I mean, depend what the Russia situation is at this point. So I mean, I would play to the bullish side for this one. Halliburton, I mean, Halliburton already broke out, so we'll see whether or not we have to continue. The only problem I see right here is that the volume for the breakout is very low, so that might be the problem. So maybe wait after the earning and play the continuation. All right. JNJ here, look at this. I'm not sure, the breakout didn't have a lot of volume. If we move above 184, then it would be bearish, but bullish. But if not, we might have a pullback here, and then we have a secondary dynamic support here. We'll see how much is pullback. Okay, but right now, it does look bullish right now until it's fail. Okay. And then we have Hasbro. This one is already gone. I mean, it's broke under the sideways consolidation here. So I mean, I would go on downside. It is discretionary too. I mean, that's going to be cut. All right. IBM is kind of undetermined. It's in this, you know, sideways. Let me see, symmetrical triangle. So at this point right now, I mean, it could go both way. I'll just wait. Procter & Gamble, this shit moved back up. I shorted all the way up here. Man, it was a crazy ride. I didn't expect to move that much, but it did. Anyway, it moving back up right here. I mean, if it move up to 165, I will definitely short this sucker. Not a financial advice, okay? But at this point right now, the move up right here, I mean, it just they're stepping in this channel. It will break under, and I will short this thing again. At Cola, I mean, this point, the setup is still bullish, but we'll see. It's all based on earning now. So at this point, I mean, it's kind of tough to get in at this point. I would just wait. Man, look at this one, Lam Research. That the semiconductor shit processing. This already broke. You know, it broke this sideways, this long sideways for a year sideways. Broke under, move up with that. You know, with that's brief bullish market, and now it's already retraced 100%. So it's very bearish at this point. CSX, I mean, setup a little bit similar, but looks stronger than the other one. But I mean, if anything, I would go bearish for this one. Break this uptrend line, that's going to be huge. You know, we have, what is it right here, down, projected move, going to be like 31. Whirlpool, man, Whirlpool is already moving down with the whole discretionary thing. They have problem meeting demand too, right? I mean, supplying the product, and also at this point might be demand problem soon. All right, so at this point, I mean, the way it's set up right now, it look bullish, but I wouldn't play it until after. And plus, it doesn't move that much. It's a weird stock anyway. Kavana, I mean, at this point, the setup looked bearish to me. I would just wait if you want. I mean, because last week we have something else too, right? That come out and it was bad, but the stock price didn't really move much. We have AT&T. I mean, no comment. We'll see how the earning will do. And then we have Nucor here. Nucor already broke out. So at this point, I would not play it unless you were set up last week. At this point, it's broke out, but the problem is the volume doesn't look that bullish to me. I mean, it could be exhausting too because we make one break here, two break, and this is a third break. Usually they make three break, and after that it pull back. But either it's gonna pull back or make like a parabolic move all the way up at this point. But I don't see the volume right here to support that yet. But we'll see. I mean, it's gonna just grind up. And then we have Philip Morris. We'll see. I mean, it's already moved up. If we set up here, it would be awesome. But right now, I would just wait after. Okay. Union Pacific, look, all the down transport, all the transportation look very similar, right? Move down here, make a sideways, and then move down again. We'll see. That's what I am expecting. And we have the track the supply here. I mean, this Caterpillar, I mean, this for farming, I mean, it might be a good earning. Might be. I mean, and it break out, if it's gonna break out this down, this up sideways consolidation is in last year. I mean, it's been like 6 months, maybe 6-7 months for consolidation sideways here. I mean, if it break above, it's a possibility. It does have a catalyst because of mining and then farming equipment. All right, and then Cliff here, special thing also. I mean, it looked setup looked bullish to me, but the volume at this point, actually, it might be here. This volume, don't know, I'll just wait for that. It look a little bit accent to me. American Express here, I don't know. It's in the middle, so I wouldn't play it. I would just wait until after earning. VZ, it's moving back up. I mean, this doesn't move much. No play. SLB here. I mean, you could play to upside. I mean, it's oil stock, right? So that's something you could set up. I mean, it move right here. I mean, above you could set up a buy here at 43, and then you could do a stop loss here or a stop loss here, depend how wide you want to make it. Hey, not a financial advisor, but it is a moving upside here. We have good volume coming in, and then we have good volume to move back up here to make a higher low, and then hey, the volume look, support the move higher. And then I think the last one that I have on here is SAP. I believe this is a Germany company. They shoot the sucker out of the shit already, and look the way it's set up right now. It's gonna make another low. It's gonna break under. So at this point right now, I think that's all I have for the earning. So just next week, just watch out. I think it could be a boring week if we don't react to the Fed or Russia, and then everything gonna based on earning. Maybe just individually stocks gonna be watched for next week's. Okay, so at this point, guys, I think that's enough for this video, and thanks for watching, and good luck. All right, bye.